Hey Sagittarius. It's your monthly March 2020 Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reading. Let's see. Sagittarius. Messages go both ways. If it doesn't apply, let it apply. For the collective for Sagittarius for March 2020. I'm just coming in for Sag, please. I'm feeling you're going to get a surprise message of communication of some sort, or you're waiting on it, or you're planning to give it. What is the central theme for Sagittarius, March 2020? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Time being fluid. For a jumper. I'll take those two. I prefer jumpers. Okay, we have the King of Swords and the Four of Wands. Okay, so you could be having communications as it relates to moving in with one another, communications as it relates to a celebration. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, an air sign. Some sort of celebration is on the table here with the 1111 card. Commitment. We have another king, King of Wands, and the Strength card. More fire, which is crossing this. So it's either going to help or hinder it. Someone is taking action or could be taking action. We're talking about moving forward, taking action as it relates to some sort of celebratory cause here. Marriage, again, force foundation, moving in together. You could also be spending a lot of time in the home. Foundation could be having a big, significant impact to you right now, Sagittarius. You and your partner. Or the person of interest to you. The home. Fool. I'm feeling that there's some new beginning happening as it relates to the home environment right now. The hearth, the home, what that means to you. what that means to your relationships overall, or your partnerships, your situationships. Where do we stand with that? Whereas some of you may have been going out a lot, you know, partying it up, spending more time out on the dating scene. It feels as though to me many of you are keeping it indoors. A product please. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, March of 2020. What brought us to this place? What is behind? With the Eight of Swords, I think some of you are recognizing that it's time now to solidify some sort of commitment. For some of you, maybe you weren't necessarily ready for the type of commitment that required sitting down for dinner, talking about your day, you know, his or her bathroom type of putting on PJs together and crawling into bed. You know, that cohabitating type of relationship. You know, those of you that were bachelors or bachelorettes. Interesting. What's crowning the reading is the Five of Cups. That's interesting. I think perhaps for those of you that are now having this a shift in your relationships, where now you are stabilizing the relationship and really committing to perhaps moving in together, or committing to celebrating the relationship as a whole unit where the two of you are becoming one. I think some of you, either you or the person that you're dealing with, some of you in your thoughts are kind of grieving singledom, which is okay, which is to be expected, right? This is a transition. You know, the old way of life is no longer the new way of life. Some of those that you had been dating and some of those that you had been texting need to be put on notice that you're no longer on the market. That's a little awkward. The boundaries need to be redefined. The lines in the sands need to be reassessed. That's where the Strength card, I believe, is coming in too. And these two kings, the King of Swords with that communication and the King of Wands with the action, mastering this, right? Mastering exactly how we're going to go about doing this and fortifying it with the Four of Wands. and having that strength to do so. With the Fool, taking the risk, this new beginning, this leap of faith. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of grief. It's coming in for Sagittarius, please. March 2020, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you. The Knight of Wands. This is coming in fast. This is your element, right? Sag, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. For some of you, this is coming in swiftly. I believe for some of you, you recognize that, you know, we've been single for too long. We've been playing this game for too long. We recognize now what we want, and we're going to go in after it. We're going to go for it. When you want something, when you know what it is that you want, you go after it. And we're the only ones that can do that. We're the only ones that can make the change here. If this is truly what we want, we have to be the ones to make it happen. And for those that are with partners that aren't going to meet our needs, if we recognize what it is that we want and need in a particular partnership, and the other person isn't meeting those needs, then we have to let them go, unfortunately, in order to have our Two of Cups met, because we know what it is that we want. We have to free ourselves. We're putting ourselves in this situation in order to seek a new beginning. Yep. The Ace of Pentacles. So that's what's coming in for you, is this new beginning. Okay. In whatever area of your life, I think that you're recognizing that if you have to let certain people, places, things, thoughts, even mindsets, whatever it is that you need to let go of, okay, in your crowning thought, whatever it is you need to grieve, you're going to do that, because you put yourself wherever it is you're putting yourself. You know that in order to get what it is you want, okay, because you are the Knight here of Wands, you are it, you're the one, right? You're the one. In order to get that principle, in order to walk through that new beginning, that gate, in order to have this, right, you have to be the one to do it. Or meet your partner halfway, right? Or make the decision. And with making that decision comes the action. What is it exactly? What's this Five of Cups? Look at some of you are letting go of. It's coming in And you're the ones to do it. Foundation. Emperor. Emperor. Control. Rigidness. I really do feel like this has a lot to do with generational cycles, a way of thinking, old behaviors, and moving in together. I feel that strongly for some of you. Meeting someone halfway and cohabitating and really bridging that gap and solidifying a commitment for some of you. Generational cycles. Say that? I don't feel that way. Not living the same way you had lived before. I'm feeling there's a real big shift in perspective and consciousness and psychic change for many of you. Surprise message. I felt. If you haven't already received it, you're in the process of delivering it. I really feel as though that's what it's been or will be, is this psychic change, this getting out of this state, which will entail some grieving with the Five of Cups. And feeling liberated and free and becoming anew. And you will receive a brand new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles. It's just having a new mindset as it relates to relationships. And it has everything to do with generational cycles and the home and the heart and really connecting with another human being. Not in the traditional sense, but in a spiritual sense, in a much more committed, substantial way. That's what I'm picking up on this. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it made sense. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you're a cross watcher, welcome. Michael again. Michael always. Archangel Michael. Michael. All right, Michael. I always call him Mike for short because, you know, we have that camaraderie. We have that bond. We can do that. Michael's wishing to work with you on your divine mission. Like all of the archangels, Michael's with you and everyone simultaneously, because Mike is unlimited. And he's asking you to use your life's purpose to help yourself and everyone around you. He's the giver of strength, and he's reminding you of your role. He's asking you to release your fear. He's helping you to live a healthy level of self-confidence. You call upon him whenever you're afraid. He's always protecting you with the grace of heaven. He is guiding your decisions based on your purpose instead of your fear, and rest assured, he's leading you to your greatest, highest potential. If you ever feel alone, afraid, or vulnerable, allow the power of Mike's magnificent angel to bring comforting sense of protection
for you.
Alright, that's for you, my lovely Sages. Luminous light, love, blessings, always. Until next time, ciao for now, and peace. Bye.